My name's Bryn. I'm one of the co-founders of nu.wav. We're a sample label distributed by Splice.
And I'm Khaya. I'm another co-founder of nu.wav. And today we're going to be showing you guys the demo tracks that we made out of our pack called No Boys Allowed. The sounds were sourced from a bunch of different non-male producers that we know in our community and network. And all the proceeds are going to be donated to Beats by Girlz.
Awesome. So Khaya made this segment of our demo first, and when I heard it, I was like, my mind is blown. So I figured I would just pick your brain about it a little bit. What was kind of like the first thing that grabbed you, and how did you sort of start building the track?
I think with this one, I started with drums, which is normally where I start.
Sick.
Yeah, we had a bunch of cool drum sounds that were contributed to the pack. I distorted the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah, I love how that's just totally obliterated.
Yeah,
cool.
so without these.
That's super dope.
Yeah, I think the next thing I did was bass.
It's interesting because I actually use the same bass loop in my demo segment.
Oh, really?
But it sounds completely different. I would not have known that that was the same loop, to be quite honest. Even though
no way. I think I pitched it. I pitched it up.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of processing on yours that makes it super unique.
It's just compression and alter boy.
Sick.
Yeah, I think I started by just kind of like building the groove with the drums and the bass.
Awesome.
And I think the next thing was the saxophone.
Yes,
thing,
Jessi's screaming
so
sax.
Sick. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I just
So
like
good.
distorted. I think I chopped up. Yeah, because this is longer.
Get that vintage verb on there.
I distorted it and verbed it out.
Sick.
I feel like my go-to thing always, because I'm a singer, is like fucking up vocals for like harmonic content. And this pack was really good for it because there are a lot of sick singers.
Definitely.
That sent us stuff.
Super dope.
That guy, yeah, I feel like that kind of became like a.
That's like the main motif that I remember, yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the first section, and then it like leads into the main part. I just like added a kick to make it feel like it was standing on something.
Totally.
In that second half, like have more of a foundation. And then, yeah, I added that like vocal lyric thing.
Totally. Yeah, that really takes it to like a very anthemic place.
I think I just like really verbed everything out.
Yeah, it's super wet, but the track still is very like driving. It like hits you super hard, which I always love when a track has a lot of space, but it's also like really in your face.
Everyone that sent us stuff does such different things.
Totally.
But yeah, for some reason the pack feels cohesive. Because I feel like when you're told to like make a sample, it's like you really have to get down to like the bare bones, like I don't know, and everyone uses the same starting points. I feel like to make music, it's like your voice or your instrument or like
absolutely
go-to grooves, and yeah, it makes that cohesive.
Yeah, I think you did a really great job of like merging all these into your like production aesthetic, which is very dark but still has like an organic feel. Yeah, and all these things really work well in that context.
Should we switch to yours?
Yeah, let's do it. So at the point that I was making this, I'd already like heard your shit and I was like, oh wow, like I just need like a slight cherry on top. So walking in, I was just kind of like, how can I highlight some other sounds and just kind of give it like a different vibe and flair just to show the sounds in a different sonic context. Ironically, we did use a lot of the same sounds, but I didn't even know.
But I think that's cool. That's like what a sample pack should be, is like
totally
all these different interpretations of the same sound.
Yeah.
They're versatile.
So when I went about making this, I had heard Ari's vocals because I engineered that for her.
Nice.
And I really liked this one.
Do you want me?
It's just like a classic nice hook, right? Like it's a great little starting point. So being as it were, I hadn't really made my samples yet. I made some that were in the same key and tempo, right? So I made this like kind of drum foundation. Super simple, a little bit like Kaytronaut inspired. And then like a bass, which was ultimately the same bass you used. So those all kind of like work together in this like
It's so weird because I completely hear that major.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So this is like that all together. Odora's back. Do you want me? So then I guess my other goal was just like get as many sounds in there as possible and kind of give it like all these little moments. Coming out of your track, I wanted to make like a fun little transition. So I threw like a bunch of really dope textures. There's this insane bird and a bunch of other things that sound pretty wild. So like kind of another thing that jumped out at me right away, there's this like ukulele loop that we got and I reversed it and just kind of generally messed it up a bit to create this like creepy background texture that I really thought was dope. Also Seuss, who's a ridiculous guitar player. I cut up a couple of her things. Got a pitched version. But yeah, pretty much just threw that together, put some Foley in the background. Wanted to give it like a little moment in the middle. So do you want me? Do you want me? The one thing that I did there that was a bit interesting was I like threw everything to a chorus, the entire master, for just like a second to kind of put it in a weird space. It's pretty subtle, but a fun guy.
Yeah, I feel like this is it's such a cool way to make a pack because it's like you get people to just do the things they're like really, really good at. Totally. And because we had like 20 contributors, like we just have like the best of like weird things.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely feel the weirdness.
A lot to choose from. Yeah.
Production wise, honestly, I think one of the fun things about making a demo is towing the line between wanting to show the sounds off kind of as they are and like wanting to give them a little bit of a weird twist. I think it's nice when you can open up a pack and be like, oh, like I heard that in the demo. That's dope. I want to flip it in this other way. But without it being like too literal so that like you listen to the demo and then you open the pack and you're like, I don't know what else I could do with this. I think it's nice to like have a balance in that respect. I guess to sample makers, I would just say, you know, the demo is a really fun opportunity to show off your pack.
It's exciting. And this one, like, yeah, it's that times 10 because it was made by like 20 people who would never play together on a stage, you know? So you can make some really unique stuff.
Well, shout out to everyone who contributed to the pack and everyone's bought it so far. We really appreciate the support. No Boys Allowed, check it out. Support all the creators, and we're excited to
No Boys Allowed.
give a little bit back to Beats by Girlz.